Welcome to orientation for Big Day of Giving 2024. In the description below, we've added some helpful links to things such as the Big Day of Giving nonprofit registration page, the calendar, the nonprofit resources, and links to the slides and transcript for this presentation. Before we begin, I want to note that this orientation is specifically for organizations and team leads that have participated in Big Day of Giving before. If your organization has never participated in Big Day of Giving, or if this is your first time helping your organization's campaign, please go watch the orientation for first-time participants located on the registration page, as this video does not cover everything you need to know as a new participant. During this orientation, we'll cover who runs Big Day of Giving, what's new for 2024, eligibility and registration process, resources to run a successful BDOG campaign, and important dates and deadlines. First things first, my name is Monica and I will be your guide in this orientation today, along with my colleagues Kathy, Vasey, Jasmine, and Alondra. We make up the Big Day of Giving team at the Sacramento Region Community Foundation, which is the organization that coordinates Big Day of Giving. To say a bit more about that, I'll turn it over to Vasey.
Thanks, Monica. The Sacramento Region Community Foundation is a local nonprofit that has run Big Day of Giving since 2013 as part of our initiative to strengthen the capital area by strengthening the nonprofit sector in El Dorado, Placer, Sacramento, and Yolo counties. We do that by supporting local nonprofits like yours to be most effective and by working with individuals, families, and businesses to grow their charitable giving and the impact of their philanthropy in the Sacramento region so we can all live in a more vibrant, more equitable community. Those partnerships, all of our partnerships, support Big Day of Giving and our other community-based work. To learn more about our philanthropic services, including how to start a nonprofit fund, to learn about our community leadership initiatives, and to register to be alerted of future grant opportunities that might be relevant to your work, as well as scholarships we offer, please visit our website at sacregcf.org. Now, our team at the Sacramento Region Community Foundation aren't the only folks behind Big Day of Giving. Our lead sponsor, Western Health Advantage, makes this effort possible, and without them, we couldn't facilitate this region-wide philanthropic effort, nor could we furnish the prizes that help you motivate your donors. So we are very, very grateful that the team at Western Health Advantage has returned again as Big Day of Giving's lead sponsor. They are truly helping our region's philanthropic spirit stay healthy. In the past 11 years, over 760 organizations like yours, including yours, in fact, have raised a collective $91.5 million to advance your missions in the four-county region. We are so excited to kick off this 12th year of giving and continue to build on this amazing philanthropic movement that brings our community together every year, as these photos demonstrate. Thank you so much for continuing to be a part of it and joining us again this year. All right, so speaking of joining us, here's one of the most important things you need to know. Big Day of Giving 2024 will be held from midnight to 11:59 p.m. on Thursday, May 2nd, 2024, with early giving opening 2 weeks before on Thursday, April 18th. So please mark your calendars, please mark your team's calendars, your friends and family's calendars. Don't forget, Big Day of Giving, May 2nd, 2024. All right, so let's talk about what you can expect for Big Day of Giving 2024, including what's new and what's familiar from past Big Days of Giving. But let's start with what's new. During the past few months, thanks to feedback from Big Day of Giving mentors and many of you who've kindly taken our surveys, we've examined how we can make Big Day of Giving more inclusive and equitable. So our team at the Sacramento Region Community Foundation has taken steps to make the Giving Day more accessible for area nonprofits and donors. Some of the most notable changes include there's only one deadline to submit your GivingEdge profile edits for review this year, and that's March 15th. We're trying to keep things as simple for you as possible. So on that same note, many of the profile fields that used to be required are now optional, though we still urge you to fill them out as your donors may like to see that information on your GivingEdge profiles. This includes financials and tax documents. We've removed the requirement to provide those directly to us via GivingEdge, though we've clarified language around entities that your nonprofit must be in good standing with, which are all listed on the next slide. Finally, we heard from many of you and Big Dave Giving donors that the $15 minimum donation was a barrier for some who'd like to give. And of course, our goal is to make philanthropy more accessible to all through Big Dave Giving. So we've lowered the minimum for online donations to $10. Your donors can now opt to make recurring gifts through GivingEdge as well if they wish. It's a pretty cool option for people who like to offer regular support to multiple local nonprofits, and it's a new feature. Now, even with those changes, there's lots that will be familiar to you about Big Dave Giving. All nonprofits that are participating in Big Dave Giving will be listed at bdog2024. All major credit cards are accepted, and a 5.2% fee is processed on all online gifts. Donors can give during Big Day of Giving from midnight to 11:59 p.m. on Thursday, May 2nd, and during the early giving period, which starts April 18th. Offline gifts can be entered into your organization's profile during the early giving period through 11:59 p.m. on Thursday, May 2nd. You can motivate giving through fundraising pages, prizes, and the ability to offer matching funds that you secure. Plus, Big Dave Giving leaderboards add excitement during the giving day. As always, our team aims to continue adding new features to the Big Dave Giving website and ensure the giving day remains responsive to needs in our community. As new features are launched, we'll share them in the announcements tab of your GivingEdge dashboard and the BARC e-newsletter, so please ensure you've registered to receive that. With that, I'll turn it over to Alondra.
In order to be eligible for Big Day of Giving, your nonprofit must be a 501c3 nonprofit in good standing with the IRS, the State of California, including the Secretary of State, Department of Justice, and Franchise Tax Board. We also require that organizations be based in and serve the residents of El Dorado, Placer, Sacramento, and Yolo counties. Note that one important change in this year's eligibility requirements is that we no longer require at least 2 years of financials to participate. We do, however, encourage newer organizations to consider their capacity when deciding if they are prepared to participate in Big Day of Giving. We try to make it as easy as possible, but running a Big Day of Giving campaign does require a bit of effort, so please keep that in mind when considering registration. As in past years, we do allow fiscally sponsored organizations to participate as long as the sponsoring organization meets the first 2 bulletins listed here. If you have had any organizational changes or are not sure if you're still eligible, just ask us. Email our team at Sacramento Region Community Foundation at bdog@sacregcf.org. We are happy to help. The registration process is pretty simple, especially for nonprofits like yours that already have GivingEdge profiles. Here's what you need to do. 1. Go to bigdayofgiving.org/bdog24 and click register. 2. Fill out the registration form and pay your organization's registration fee by January 19th. 3. Then start working on your updates to your GivingEdge profile and submit them for approval before March 15th. You can continue to make edits after that. Don't worry. I'll turn it over to Jasmine.
As Alondra mentioned, when you register for Big Day of Giving, you will be prompted to pay your organization's registration fee with a credit card. You will be immediately emailed a receipt. Registration fees remain the same sliding scale as in past years and depend on the operating budget of your organization. These fees help the Sacramento Region Community Foundation manage the fundraising event and website, as well as provide trainings, networking events, and other resources. Once you submit your GivingEdge profile for review by the March 15th deadline at the latest, our GivingEdge coaches, Jessica and Morgan, will review your profile and contact your campaign lead if additional changes or updates are needed. If you have trouble creating or updating your profile, you can contact Jessica and Morgan at givingedge@sacregcf.org. They'll also be available for one-on-one check-ins in January through March, and you can reserve some time with them. If you'd like additional help navigating the GivingEdge system, we also have a separate video that shows a brief walkthrough of the GivingEdge platform and how to edit and submit your profile for review, as well as information in our Big Day of Giving nonprofit user guide. The links to those are in the description. Next, I'll turn things over to Monica to talk about additional resources.
Over the past several months, you may have forgotten your login information for your GivingEdge profile. To reset your password, click the user icon in the top right corner of the GivingEdge website, type in your email, and click Forgot Password. If you have a new team member at your organization that needs to be able to have access to your organization's profile, you can add them by going to your nonprofit dashboard and navigating to Settings and then to Admin. On this page, you will see a button on the top right-hand corner labeled Add New Admin. Once you enter their information, they will get an email with further instructions to set up their login. Please note that this year it is required to mark one of your admin as a lead contact. Once assigned, the lead contact will have a blue check mark next to their photo, as you can see with Facey's photo here. You can assign any admin as the lead by clicking the three dots next to their name and choosing Edit. All of the same resources as in past years will be available, including trainings, which we'll have more details on as they approach, one-on-one GivingEdge office hours with the profile review coaches, the Facebook Learning Community, the Bark newsletter, community office hours, networking happy hour events, our team of mentors who you can find in the resources, the BDOG, GivingEdge, and Mighty Cause support emails that you can reach out to at any time, as well as all of the other resources like the user guide and the 8-week work plan. Check out these nonprofit resource toolkits linked in the description below.
In addition to all of those resources, you also have access to the BDOG Marketing Toolkit, your one-stop shop for turnkey items to help you promote your participation in Big Day of Giving to your audiences. Available now are BDOG2024 logos and save-the-date social media graphics. Coming soon in 2024 will be a full library of social media graphics, including non-English graphics, customizable social media graphics and print media files, ready-to-use templates for social media and email messages, and more. If there's something you'd like to see in the marketing toolkit, please email us and let us know. Another resource we offer is Cultivate, a program from the Sacramento Region Community Foundation for fundraisers in the Sacramento region who are Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Why is this important? Because to strengthen the Sacramento region, we must support the success of local nonprofit leaders and fundraisers, the very people who champion positive change in our community, as you know. But data from past Big Days of Giving reflect that nonprofits led by people of color typically receive less funding for their organizations despite strong relationships in the communities they serve. We launched Cultivate during last year's Big Day of Giving and have since expanded the program to provide ongoing learning and support. If you're interested in getting involved in the spring session, which will provide additional support for participants in Big Day of Giving, please visit sacregcf.org/cultivate or look in the user guide for more information. Now, I'll turn it over to Kathy.
As in the past, we'll use e-checks to distribute the money you raised on Big Day of Giving via donations made on the website. E-checks are safe and secure and allow us to compile all of your donations, prizes, and an additional incentive money you received during Big Day of Giving and send them efficiently in one check. We'll send it to you by June 28th. You tell us who on your team should receive the e-check by submitting the email through the settings area on the back end of GivingEdge. Then, when the e-check is ready, that person will receive an email with a link to open the check. Once you do, you can print it and then deposit just like you would a normal check.
There are a few important dates for Big Day of Giving 2024 that you need to know. January 19th is the last day to register for Big Day of Giving. March 15th is the deadline to complete all of your required GivingEdge profile edits and submit them for review to our GivingEdge team. April 18th is the first day that donors can make early gifts at bigdayofgiving.org, and you can start entering any offline gifts you receive. And of course, May 2nd is Big Day of Giving. Please get ready for a fun day. And be sure to add any final offline gifts you received before 11:59 p.m. that night to have them reflected in your total tally. Of course, you can check out the full Big Day of Giving calendar for details and registration links in the nonprofit resources. We want to reiterate, because we hear some confusion about it now and again, that GivingEdge is a year-round resource where donors can learn about and donate to nonprofits anytime, not just on Big Day of Giving. For example, many donors use the platform to give during Giving Tuesday as well. Because of this, you want to be sure that you keep your profile fresh throughout the year. You also don't want to start asking your donors to donate for Big Day of Giving too early, because only gifts made between April 18th and Big Day of Giving on Thursday, May 2nd will count toward your Big Day of Giving total. Now, if you have questions about Big Day of Giving, our team at the Sacramento Region Community Foundation wants to get them answered. But as a final note, because of the large number of participants, we are not able to accept phone calls or visits to our office regarding Big Day of Giving. We're a small team, so we ask that you email us if you have any questions, and we'll be sure to respond quickly. The email is bdog@sacregcf.org. Of course, you can also check the nonprofit user guide for information which is accessible in the nonprofit resources. Thank you very much. And of course, thank you all so much for being part of Big Day of Giving and for all the important work that you do in the community every day of the year. On behalf of this very attractive team at the Sacramento Region Community Foundation, I'll say that we are very, very excited to work with you again this year, and we are looking forward to Big Day of Giving 2024 on Thursday, May 2nd.